A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
Yesterday, we were with Daisy and Jasper as they stopped for a rest on their drive.
They're in Su'ao. The service station there is interesting.
So let's think about service areas. In your opinion, what makes the perfect service area?
Well, I think besides having bathrooms and beautiful buildings, some famous and local food from that particular city sounds perfect to me. Anything to add to that, Pat?
I'd like views, really. If you're going to stop and you're going to get out of the car and stretch around, I mean, if it's just like, okay, here's a bit of motorway and maybe a few fields, that's all right. But I think they should try and make these in attractive or interesting places. Like the east coast of Taiwan, you should be able to, you can probably stop and see the sea on one side, the mountains on the other. I remember it wasn't actually a station, but there's a place in New Zealand. We were driving in a coach, it stopped, we got out just to stretch our legs, the clouds across this area opened up and we just saw the mountain from Lord of the Rings, Mount Doom is there. I recognize it's like, oh my God, that I've got to go in there and throw a ring in it. Fantastic experience. There are a lot of cool, interesting service stations around with kind of themes rather than just, oh, here's a bathroom, here's a 7-Eleven, whatever. So if you can find a fun one, definitely check it out. We'll learn about another fun one today in the article. So let's see what Daisy and Jasper do now.
Take a rest from traveling and see the sights. Warm-up question. In your opinion, what makes the perfect service area?
Jasper and Daisy are finishing lunch.
This food is delicious.
Yeah, these restaurants are excellent.
You look excited, Jasper.
I am. I know about another amazing service area. It's in Qingshui.
Okay, tell me all about it.
It's in Taichung, and it has a huge fish tank and cool art.
You know I love seeing fish up close, so that sounds super interesting.
I really want to check it out too.
Okay, let's go back to the car. We have to get home before we can plan our next vacation.
Word power!
Excellent. Excellent. You did excellent work on your test. I know you'll get a good grade. You did excellent work on your test. I know you'll get a good grade. Tank. Tank. My grandpa keeps 3 pet snakes in a tank on his desk. My grandpa keeps 3 pet snakes in a tank on his desk. Super. Super. Jenny was super tired after she spent all day at the beach. She fell asleep right away. Jenny was super tired after she spent all day at the beach. She fell asleep right away. Interesting. Interesting. Leslie thinks Chinese characters are interesting. They look like pictures to her. Leslie thinks Chinese characters are interesting. They look like pictures to her.
认识字汇
Amazing. Huge.
So, when we left Daisy and Jasper yesterday, they wanted to eat. We see now that Jasper and Daisy are finishing lunch.
昨天的文章呢，停在他们准备去买午餐。今天文章一开头写到他们快要吃完了。
And Daisy says, "This food is delicious."
Daisy 说呢，哇，这食物真好吃。
And Jasper says, "Yeah, these restaurants are excellent." So there's obviously a few different places they can get food around this service station. And here we also have our first word power word for today. It's the adjective excellent. E-X-C-E-L-L-E-N-T. Excellent. Let's check it out. If something is excellent, it's really good. It's great. So for food, we mean it's really tasty. If it's a film, it's great to watch. If your grades are excellent, you did really well on a test. Here's another example using that idea. You did excellent work on your test. I know you'll get a good grade. You did excellent work on your test. I know you'll get a good grade.
Jasper 也同意 Daisy 说的，他说：“对啊，这些餐厅呢好极了。Excellent 就是极好的、出色的、杰出的意思。这个字可以用来形容食物，也可以用来形容人或是其他的事物。如果要用来形容食物的话呢，举个例子，你可以说 They just had an excellent meal. 他们刚才吃了丰盛的一餐。课文例句说呢，你考试表现得很好，我知道你会得到好成绩的。
Now, Daisy is noticing something about Jasper and says, "You look excited, Jasper."
这边 Daisy 看到 Jasper 吃午餐的反应，他就说：“你看起来很兴奋呢 Jasper. Is he excited?"
Well, Jasper says, "I am." And he adds, "I know about another amazing service area." Now, the word amazing is similar to excellent, so really good, really cool, really nice. If a place is amazing, you should definitely go there.
Jasper 听了就回答：“对啊，我还知道另外一个非常好的服务区。Amazing 和我们刚刚提到的 excellent 很像，都是指很棒的意思。So where is the station?"
Well, Jasper says it's in, and I think you say it this way, 清水?
Yes, Jasper 说呢，在清水。
And Daisy says, "Okay, tell me all about it."
那讲到这里 ，Daisy 呢也想知道关于这个清水的资讯哦，所以他就说呢，好，那告诉我有关这里所有的一切。
And Jasper says it's in Taichung, and it has a huge fish tank and cool art. A couple of words to look at here, and the first is huge. Huge means very big, large in size, big, really big.
Jasper 就开始说了，这个服务区呢位于台中，它有一个很大的鱼缸，还有很酷炫的艺术品。这里的 huge 就是巨大的、庞大的意思。So the huge thing is a fish tank.
That's right. The word tank, T-A-N-K, is a noun, a tank. And let's learn about it in our next word power word section. So a tank is a glass container that you put fish or other animals in. So you could have snakes and spiders and insects and things like that. They can live in a tank, but generally we think about fish living in a tank if you have fish as pets. So tanks have special things inside them to keep the water clean and keep the water moving. We often put plants and other things in the tank to keep the fish interested. Here's an example sentence with a different animal that lives in a tank. My grandpa keeps 3 pet snakes in a tank on his desk. My grandpa keeps 3 pet snakes in a tank on his desk.
Tank 就是养鱼、蛇等动物这些的玻璃缸哦，所以 fish tank 就是鱼缸。用 tank 造一个句子的话呢，你可以说 Every apartment house has a water tank on its roof. 每栋公寓房子都有一个水塔。那课文的例句说，我爷爷在他书桌上的玻璃缸养了3只宠物蛇。
So, Jasper was already excited about this Taichung service station, and now Daisy is as well. She says, "You know I love seeing fish up close. So that sounds super interesting. We have a few things to look at here, starting with the phrase up close. To see something up close, you are there in person, you can get really close to it and see all the details.
听完 Jasper 这么说呢 ，Daisy 也跟着很兴奋了。她说呢，你知道我超爱近距离看鱼的，因此你刚才说的听起来非常有趣。这里的 up close 指的是靠近的、近距离的，人在现场。大家可以想象你站在这个海参馆的大鱼缸前面，然后贴着玻璃缸去看各种不同种类的鱼游来游去。Daisy 说的就是这样的景象。
Now we also use the conjunction so in that sentence. And so can be used to show the result of something. Daisy loves fish, so she likes this idea. We could also say, I studied hard, so I got a good grade.
那因为 Daisy 喜欢近距离看鱼，所以 Jasper 刚说的这些对她来说就特别的有趣。这里用到了连接词 so 的用法，是因为呢这件事情 Daisy 喜欢，所以呈现的结果就是她觉得很有趣，是一个因果关系的用法。And so Daisy says that Taichung Station sounds good.
Yep, the word sounds is used to show how a person thinks about something, and we often use this in conversation. You tell somebody something, maybe an idea, and they say, that sounds good, and that means I think that idea is good.
这里的 sounds 就是听起来的意思。如果你觉得每件事情呢听起来都不错，你喜欢，你就可以回答 That sounds good. 这个听起来很不错呢。And we have some word power words to look at this sentence as well, right?
That's right. And the first one is super. S-U-P-E-R, super. Now we can use this word as an adjective. Here we're using it as an adverb. Let's find out more and learn a bit about the difference. So super as an adverb means the same as very or especially. We have something that's good and something that's super good or very good. We could say we're hungry or we're super hungry, very, very hungry. So as an adjective, super could just be very like super person. He's really good. It's super as an adjective is just good. But as an adverb, we're modifying another adjective and saying it's very something, especially something. Here's an example of that. Jenny was super tired after she spent all day at the beach. She fell asleep right away. Jenny was super tired after she spent all day at the beach. She fell asleep right away.
Super 这个副词就是非常、超级怎么样，常用来修饰形容词。那课文的例句说呢 ，Jenny 在海边玩了一整天之后，觉得非常累，她马上就睡着了。So here, Daisy is saying the Taichung service area sounds super interesting.
Yeah, and as interesting is our next word power word, let's check it out. It's spelled I-N-T-E-R-E-S-T-I-N-G. Interesting. Let's check it out now. If something is interesting, we want to learn more about it. It has caught our imagination. It's made us want to see this thing, or go there, or learn some facts about it. Here's an example. Leslie thinks Chinese characters are interesting. They look like pictures to her. Leslie thinks Chinese characters are interesting. They look like pictures to her.
当你形容一件事情很 interesting， 表示你觉得它很有趣，这件事情或是物品引起你的兴趣，或是让你对它有更多的关注。课文例句这里说呢 ，Leslie 觉得中文字很有趣，对他来说，它们看起来像幅画。
So Jasper agrees about this service station sounding super interesting. He says, I really want to check it out too. To check something out means to go to that place, see that thing, experience it ourselves.
Check something out 就是瞧瞧、查看、亲自去体会或是亲眼去看的意思。Jasper 说呢，我也真的很想去瞧瞧，这是一个很口语的用法。如果你想和朋友分享一件你觉得很酷的事情，你就可以说 Hey, come over and check this out. It's a shame they're going back to 基隆 rather than down to 台中.
Yeah, so even though they've heard about this service station, Daisy knows they can't go there right now. But maybe they can go another time. So she says, okay, let's get back to the car.
Daisy 听完 Jasper 的话就说呢，好，咱们回到车上吧。
Yeah, they're not going to turn around and drive straight to Taichung. Daisy says, we have to get home before we can plan our next vacation.
接着他还多说了一句哦，我们必须回家才能计划下一个假期，所以他也有同样的想法想去哦。
So that is the end of today's article. Let's go now to our magic box, and then we'll be back with our review time activity.
Magic Box 找亮点。
Hello， 大家好，我是 Isaac。一转眼啊，也要即将迈入暑假了。那天气呢，应该也会变得越来越热。那大家要记得时常补充水分，然后要多喝水，以免中暑了。Because the weather becomes hotter in summer, we need to drink water all the time. 喝太多饮料呢，或者是手摇饮，可是会越喝越渴的哦，而且非常不健康。好啦，言归正传，今天呢要来教大家连接词 because 跟 so 的用法。那连接词的顾名思义呢，就是要连接，用来连接两个 A 跟 B。那这两个 A 跟 B 呢，基本上是要同一个词性的东西哦。那可以是动词，可以是动词，可以是名词或者是名词。那当然也可以是两个子句。那大家要切记哦，在 because 跟 so 的这个使用当中呢，则是连接前后两个 A、B 有因果关系的句子。那中文的意思就是因为点点点，所以点点点。那最好区分的方式呢，就是 because 后面呢加上的是一个原因的句子，那 so 呢则是加上一个结果的句子。比方说 ，Because my brother was sick, he didn't go to school today. 那当然呢，你也可以把这句话呢把它变成 My brother didn't go to school today because he was sick. 就是呢，我哥呢他今天没有去学校，是因为呢他生病了。那大家这边要注意哦，就是 because 可以放在句首，也可以放在句中。那如果放在句首的话呢，它跟第二个子句之间呢要用逗点把它隔开哦。但是如果 because 放句中的话呢，则是不用加上逗点。那你们会说，那我可以用 so 改写这个句子吗？那答案是当然可以。如果用 so 连接刚刚那两个句子的话呢，就会变成 My brother was sick, so he didn't go to school today. 那这边提醒大家，如果是使用 so 来连接两个有因果关系的句子的时候呢 ，so 只能放在句中哦。那前面记得要加上一个逗点，把两个句子隔开，千万不可以把它放在句首哦。那最后，因为我们中文其实都会说因为点点点，所以点点点，所以千万不可以写成 Because my brother was sick， 逗点 so he didn't go to school today。两个句子只能用一个连接词来把它做连接哦。好啦，那最后换我来考考你们吧。假如我要说，因为我得到好成绩，所以我爸爸买了一个礼物给我。那使用 because 放在句首的用法，那这句话的英文该怎么说呢？
The answer is because I got good grades, my father bought a gift for me. 你答对了吗？
Wait for it. It's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Okay, so here in today's article and in the one from day one, we had some examples of what you might think of as super adjectives, kind of ways to say something is big, but not just big, really big, very big, super big, that kind of thing. There are a lot of these kind of stronger adjectives in English. They're good to learn because they make your descriptions, they make your writing, they make your speaking more interesting. You get a better idea and you can communicate a meaning quite well. So here we're going to look at some normal adjectives. Kathy's going to give me a few and I will give you a few of the stronger adjectives that relate to it. So you want to start me off?
Okay, how about we start by today's one of the words, big.
Okay, so big, if you've got big, you've got huge, which we used in day 2. We could also say giant. Or enormous. They don't just mean big, they mean very big.
Like dinosaurs, like blue whales.
Like blue whales. What else have we got?
Okay, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Okay. Hungry.
Hungry. Oh, I'm starving.
Starving.
Yep.
Very hungry.
Yep.
Okay. After a long day, I'm tired.
Oh, after a very long day, you're exhausted. That's a stronger adjective.
Yeah, okay. When it's summer, it gets hot.
It doesn't just get hot in Taiwan. We could say it gets scorching, it gets burning, it gets boiling. And there are lots more like that.
Okay, and the opposite, cold.
In freezing then. Yeah, when it gets below 0, water turns to ice. It's freezing.
How about one more?
Okay.
Bad.
Bad. Oh, it's not just bad, it's awful. It's terrible.
Terrible.
Okay, so lots of really good words you can learn there. They will help make your writing a bit more creative, make your writing a bit more interesting to read. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. We've run out of time for today. So for A+ English, I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
We'll talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take a rest from traveling and see the sights. Warm-up question. In your opinion, what makes the perfect service area?
Jasper and Daisy are finishing lunch.
This food is delicious.
Yeah, these restaurants are excellent.
You look excited, Jasper.
I am. I know about another amazing service area. It's in Qingshui.
Okay, tell me all about it.
It's in Taichung, and it has a huge fish tank and cool art.
You know I love seeing fish up close, so that sounds super interesting.
I really want to check it out too.
Okay, let's go back to the car. We have to get home before we can plan our next vacation.
Word power!
Excellent. Excellent. You did excellent work on your test. I know you'll get a good grade. You did excellent work on your test. I know you'll get a good grade. Tank. Tank. My grandpa keeps 3 pet snakes in a tank on his desk. My grandpa keeps 3 pet snakes in a tank on his desk. Super. Super. Jenny was super tired after she spent all day at the beach. She fell asleep right away. Jenny was super tired after she spent all day at the beach. She fell asleep right away. Interesting. Interesting. Leslie thinks Chinese characters are interesting. They look like pictures to her. Leslie thinks Chinese characters are interesting. They look like pictures to her.
认识字汇
Amazing. Huge.